Hosea 5, this continues this amazing story of how Hosea, the man of God, was married to a prostitute called Gomer. And all his feelings towards her, as he loved her and as she was unfaithful to him, this is all a window onto the feelings of God towards his people when we are unfaithful to him. And the sad thing is that Israel were carrying on, keeping the Sabbath, offering sacrifices to God, certainly not atheists, and going through the motions of serving God. But, as it says here, they were full of prostitution and had even been so unfaithful that they had begotten foreign children, just like Gomer did. She was married to Hosea, but she went off and got pregnant by other men and had children whom Hosea called Lo Ami, not my children, not my people. So, the warning is that you can go through all the external acts of loyalty to God, breaking bread, professing to believe in him and in his Son, and yet in your heart be totally away from him and deeply hurting him. So don't come out with great protestations of loyalty to God when your heart is not in it. Just like Gomer was telling Hosea, oh, I love you, honey, and going off and doing all this stuff. Think what you sing. Fine words of commitment to God in many of the hymns and songs we have, but you know that can be a smoke in God's nostrils if in your heart you are far from him. And verse 4, their deeds won't allow them to turn to their God, for the spirit of prostitution is within them, and they don't know Yahweh. The spirit of prostitution. The problem with Gomer was in her mind. She was a sex addict. And the same with Israel and their relationship with God. They had a spirit of prostitution. Their whole way of life did not allow them to return to their God. You can get into a mindset and a way of life where you actually can't, while you've still got that mindset, come to God, although you do the external rituals. I plead with all of us to ask God and the Lord Jesus to put their spirit inside us, so that there is this radical break, so that we now think differently, feel differently, and are loyal to him. Doesn't mean you won't sin, but it means that your spirit, your heart, is different and is his.